Yo guys, welcome back to episode 2 of the Laidback
and Loud podcast.
Let's go.
And today's episode is a crazy one. We've got some wild takes. We've got some intermissions with some challenges.
Yeah, bro, we got some stories to
and
read.
Our favorite guest is here as always.
Yes.
Rick.
Without further introduction, bro, we every episode we're gonna welcome.
He doesn't need an introduction.
He's a bit dirty.
He is him.
He needs a little wash. He needs a little wash, but yeah, we got.
He's chilling. He's been chilling for a while.
He's been chilling.
How you been, bro?
I've been good.
Yeah.
This past week, just fucking work, man. Just working, man. I gotta pay the bills, man. Gotta pay the bills.
We're at that age, paying bills, rent, all that sort of stuff. But it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool.
We gotta do what
we're still loving life. You know what I mean? You gotta enjoy every part of life. And like in your 20s, you got more responsibilities. But it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
You still live it up. That's what I believe.
You make the best of what you got.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty happy right now. So. How have you been? How's your week been since the last time we recorded?
I've been good. I've been grinding, streaming. I just hit affiliate on Twitch.
Yeah.
So
big it up.
Earning money.
Big it up.
I earned like $12 on my first stream.
Yeah, it's something.
But
bro.
like it's something in it. It's something.
Yeah,
it's gonna go a long way. But yeah, I'm just pursuing my dreams, bro. Being locked in, staying out of the way. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Very locked in at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have been locked in as well.
Yeah,
man.
sure. Yeah.
Like
make sure you should
20s,
be locked in.
20s.
Yeah, it's
go
your prime.
after your dreams, man, because you don't want to get to 30s and be like, oh, I didn't chase my dream. We all chasing our dreams. You know
we're all chasing our dreams.
Yeah.
We're all doing what we can do in life.
Yeah,
you just got to keep plugging on. You have to
Yeah.
lock in life and lock in to this episode of Laid Back and Loud.
It's gonna be a
good one.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. The setting has changed where we got more greenery here.
Yeah, we've got more greenery.
But it's lovely. It's lovely. We're in a little
green. I'm wearing green.
I'm wearing green as well. What?
Bro, this is crazy, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
We didn't plan none of this shit, bro.
Furthermore, we got avocado as well, bro.
Yeah, man. Let him chill.
Pickle Rick.
Chill there. You know what I mean?
Pickle Rick and avocado Annie, bro. You see what I mean? No, I'm joking.
We're getting lit. Okay, we've got the first segment of the podcast. We're telling some crazy Reddit/personal stories.
I've got
We will start with the Reddit stories. Oh my gosh, Chester's saying no, don't do this podcast.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Let's introduce another little special.
Can you bring
guest.
Chester onto the podcast, please?
Up here. Oh, he wants his avocado
Oh
back.
my days.
I'll take it.
Days. I just hope he doesn't knock over the camera, because if he does,
then he's paying the bill.
Yeah, that dog might.
That.
You need to cut
Yeah.
I'm losing. Yeah, if that dog knocks over the camera, then
we're selling him and we're buying a new camera.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
All right, cool.
All right.
Do you want to start with the first Reddit story?
Let me bring up the Reddit story.
I think he read a bunch before the podcast has started, and they sounded crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie, some wild shit. Our stories are kind of wild too, but I'm kind of excited to hear this shit, man.
Yeah, man. All right.
Cool.
We're gonna give it. This is quite a long one, but
bear with us.
Let me cook.
It's gonna be good.
All right.
It's gonna be good.
All right. We'll start with the title. Right. So this one is: Am I the asshole for calling my mother-in-law a raccoon during my daughter's baptism lunch, causing a major family fallout, and refusing to apologize because at least raccoons take care of their kids?
Oh my!
First of all, after that title,
yeah,
crazy, bro. How you calling people raccoons, man?
That's a bit wild. And was it like a birthday?
Like,
birthday or
baptism?
Baptism
on a holy day.
On a holy
day.
Yeah, a big day.
Mental.
No, family drama can never stay out sometimes.
All right, let's read the story. So, hi Reddit. I, 31 female, have been married to my husband, 35 male, for 6 years. His mother, let's call her Loretta, and I have never really gotten along. I've tried, I really have, but Loretta operates on a level of passive aggression I've only seen in high school movies and reality TV. That there in itself, yeah, man, passive aggression, just say it as it is, bro.
Yeah.
Like, why are you being so...
Yeah. I hate those type of people that are like sly with like their comments and the things that they do.
Even the ones that are like born out of jealousy, where like people are jealous of you and
just
they say
two-faced.
Like, just
I
too
hate
fake. Like,
yeah, I hate two-faced people. I stay away from them.
It's like you earning money off Twitch streaming, and I'm like, oh, like, why would people pay for that? I'm happy for you, but why would people pay for that? It's like,
I'm so glad I don't have people like that in my life, but
yeah, man.
So wait, what happened at the end?
So alright, so it says, to paint the picture, She once said, "I lack the warmth to be a real mother at my baby shower." I can really tell what type.
Lack the warmth to be a real mother.
Anyway, she refers to my husband as her man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Makes jokes about being the original. Makes jokes about being the original wife, and still folds his laundry when she visits. Come on, man.
Bro, these people.
She once called me by his ex's name at Thanksgiving. She frequently makes jokes about how she hopes our daughter looks more like their side of the family to keep the legacy strong. Anyway, at our daughter's... Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, at our daughter's baptism lunch last week, Loretta made a comment that pushed me over the edge. My baby had been crying a lot that morning and I was exhausted. Sorry. Loretta leaned across the table, smiled at me sweetly and said, "Babies can feel when their mother isn't confident. They absorb your energy, you know." That is mental comment.
What are you talking about?
As a mental
what
comment.
Talking about?
I saw red. I calmly said something like, "You know what, Loretta? You remind me of a raccoon. You dig through everyone else's mess, get defensive when anyone calls it out, and act like you own everything you touch." Wait. You dig through everyone else's mess, get defensive when anyone calls it out, and act like you own everything you touch. Then I added, "At least raccoons raise their own young." She froze. My husband stared at me like I slapped someone. Her husband, my father-in-law, asked me to apologize immediately, and she left the table in tears. Since then, multiple family members have messaged me saying I ruined a special day. My husband says I went too far and made things irredeemably tense. Loretta hasn't responded to a single text. My brother-in-law unfollowed me on social media.
Good.
Look, I didn't plan it.
Deserve that one.
I didn't raise my voice. It just slipped out after years of subtle jabs, constant boundary violations, and being treated like an outsider in my own home.
She should have said that the first time round. I would have said it the first time round. I hate
man.
sly shit, man.
I do feel bad that it happened during a significant family event. I just snapped.
Yeah.
FW, I don't know what that means.
More of the story, stay away from toxic people, man. But sometimes you can't
Yeah.
really control that because, you know, your partner's like parents. You don't know how they're gonna be. But that's why you know when you're dating someone, I feel like you're dating their family as well in a weird way.
Yeah.
So you gotta get to know them as well. I think that's quite important. And a lot of young people nowadays, I think they miss out on building a relationship with the parents also. I think it's quite important, personally.
First of all, hearing that story, when mums claim their especially their sons as their first husband, or like they're the first wives, or like grow up, man. I feel like that is some base level incest shit. Like, why are you calling yourself the wife of your son? Let your son live, bro. Like, yeah, man. I don't get that. Like, you can't be doing things like that. I already knew when I first heard that bit that this story was gonna go somewhere along those lines. Bro, she's not the arsehole, man. I don't think she's the arsehole.
No, she's definitely not the arsehole. What do you guys think? Do you think she did the wrong thing by calling her raccoon in that moment, or? I think it was well deserved, in my opinion. That's what I think.
I think so as well. God forbid someone tells me how to raise my kids.
Yeah, man.
Especially in a passive aggressive way. I would flip shit.
No. This is the thing. I feel like you got to check people. And this is one thing that I think people can't do sometimes. They feel like they can't do it. It's not the right thing to do. But it is very important, I think, we stand up as people. Because, you know, so many people I know put up with things at work. Some of you guys might be doing that at the moment. This might relate to you. You put up with BS that people put you through or say about you. You can't have that.
Just general stress. Like, general stress at work.
Yeah.
Your own personal issues. And then you got someone telling you how to raise your kids.
Yeah, you already got so much going on, and
at an event like
that's the last thing.
At an event at a baptism,
you're celebrating things. You're
celebrating, like, obviously, like, if you're like Christian or Catholic or any denomination in like the Christian scene, like that's a significant moment. You're like welcome into the family. And you know what that tells me? You become a child of God, like, and I don't think that mother-in-law is a child of God to be like slandering someone's baby or the way someone raises their child.
You know, one thing that I do hate is when people at that age, when they're much older, they try to be the main character and they always want to have a word in every situation. They want to have the last word. They want to like make some noise, get some attention. I never understood that, and that's why I stay away from those types of people.
They're like rage bait. They're rage baiting.
Like they're just looking for drama.
They're looking for drama.
I hate that. You know what I mean?
They like attention, or they want to be seen as like the better person.
Leave me alone.
You dumb as fuck. What you
All
dumb as
right.
fuck?
Cool. We are gonna go into the next Reddit story. The next Reddit story, crazy Reddit story, is the blood pact and the hospital trip. A Reddit user shared a chilling tale about a group of teenagers who made a blood pact during a sleepover, cutting themselves to prove loyalty.
The hell no.
Things went south.
Bro, why are people doing blood packs, man? Should we do one right now on the podcast?
Things went south when one of them fainted from blood loss and had to be rushed to the ER.
Damn.
Parents were called, police got involved, and the teenagers faced serious consequences. The user warned others about how seemingly innocent dares can spiral into dangerous territory, sparking a heated debate about peer pressure and youth risks.
That was crazy.
That was a bit wild.
First of all, the fact that you even have to do a blood pack, that's some cult shit. Why?
That's
Just why?
I saw that happen
do a pinky promise. What's the difference?
I saw that happen in what was it Stranger Things? Was it Stranger Things or
I haven't.
Or was it? It was in one of those where.
Oh, it was it, and they.
It happened in it, where
they cut a bit of their hand. They cut their hand and then shook hands. First of all, that's very bad to do. You can't be mixing blood because it's just bad. You can't be doing that. And these people, man, I don't get it.
Is it bleeding?
I don't get it. Is it fucking bleeding? They're all bleeding on each other.
Okay, that was crazy. That one was crazy. Blood pacts is some next level shit.
That is some next level shit.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more story.
Careful, this is
now.
caught in my thing.
1 second, guys. We got one more story. It's a shorter story.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Am I the Arsehole?
Are you guys entertained? Sorry.
No!
If you're not.
Nah, they are. They have to be. You have to be.
You are entertained.
You are
Tell
entertained.
yourself you are entertained.
We're not. This is not hypnotism.
Yeah.
This is facts. It's just real life. You are entertained and you're locked in. We're laid back and we're loud.
And loud.
What can I say, bro? All right, let's move on to the story now.
Yo, Pickle Rick, you enjoying yourself, yeah? Oh, shit.
Bro.
My bad, bro. My bad, bro.
It's okay.
No, but the people that you love, like sometimes you get rough with.
Sometimes tough love is a great form of love. Sometimes sometimes I'll punch my homie in the face and tell them I love them. That's just.
You never did that.
I'll do it right now.
Oh my days.
No, I'm joking. All right. Now I'm finally moving on to the story. All right. Am I the arsehole for not deleting my ex's pictures? I'm a 21-year-old female and my relatively new boyfriend, 20-year-old male, have recently gotten into an argument about my very brief ex, 24-year-old male. Don't know if that's relevant.
Yeah.
For a little context, I've been on my own since 17, dropped out of school, and got my own place very young. So I've matured a lot more than most my age, especially in this generation. When I was 18, I met my now ex, and we formed a close friendship for 3 years. He helped me a lot. He helped me through a lot, gave me places to stay when I went down in the rough, and honestly, in a friendship way, was the only person there for me. We recently tried out a relationship in January because we both had feelings for each other. Mind you, I had moved last year in October, which is 4 hours from him. So we tried at long distance. About a month into the relationship, sometime in February, we had decided that it just wouldn't work in our favour. So we decided to remain friends. There was no awkwardness between us, and it just kind of resumed on as normal. Over the last 3 years, of course, I had pictures of him, and with him, as I do with all my friends. Jump to now, I have recently started dating this guy that I'm still not 100% sure about. Sure, he is sweet and great, but while I have my own place and job, he still lives with his parents, nothing wrong with that, and has a part-time job, with no plans of changing that anytime soon. I feel as if there's a maturity difference that now, after this argument, that I'm realizing. But it might be me that is the problem. Around last week, we went out with his friends, and he had snatched my phone when I tried to show them a picture of a cat that I unfortunately had to get rid of. Snatch your phones now, man.
It's a bit long.
Yeah. He saw the pictures of my ex, no romantic ones, and started to express that me still having them was technically cheating. My ex is still someone that I deeply care about, but even still, I have put distance between us out of respect for my new boyfriend. For my now boyfriend. Anyways, when we got to the car, I told him that yes, I had been romantically involved, but underneath that was a 3-year friendship of the only person that was there for me. He refused to listen and asked me to block my ex and delete all of my memories with said person. Am I the arsehole for not feeling comfortable in doing so, or out of respect, should I just comply? That's a tricky one.
That's a tough one, but like...
Because I'm comparing in terms of time. They were only dating for a month.
1 month?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They were only dating for a month.
thought, I'll be real, Chester was like, better distracting me. Chester was onto me while we were talking, but yeah, for a month it's a bit. It's a bit crazy. I think.
I don't think it's that deep. It's more of a friendship than a relationship.
Yeah.
If you
I
get
feel
me.
like once they're like proper, like 1 year in or 2 years in,
Like,
then if she still had
it'd be different if they were romantic. Like she said, like if there were romantic pictures on there, like of them like kissing or like being like a bit too intimate.
Yeah,
but
it'll be different
if there were like obviously like intimate pictures. But if it's like if we were to take a picture or like just normal friendship thing, I don't think it's that serious, man. It's a friend.
It's 1 month, man. Like it's nothing serious at that point. I feel like,
Yeah.
but if it was like a year in or 2 years in or 3 years in, and then he found out of nowhere, I feel like that would be mad.
It'll be mad if they had dated for a long time and then
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Coming up, our own crazy stories. Sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, mate.
Grab some snacks.
Come on, have some
Shout
nice
out to Corey
snacks
Kenshin.
and some drinks. We're gonna have a good time.
Little jump cut.
Little jump
cut.
You guys will notice the jump cut, but yeah, we're back.
Yeah, we munched some food because first of all the battery died.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's take that chance to eat because we were both hungry as fuck, and we have now eaten, and I have probably one of the best things you can ever have.
I'm just chilling a bit of Coke for now.
Bit of Coke.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. We're diving into our own crazy personal stories. Do you want to start off or do you want me to start this off?
I think you should start.
I'm going to start this
one
off.
You should start.
This goes back to when I was around, let's say, 7 or 8 years old or 9 years old. And I was hanging out with my cousin. And, like, me and my cousin were always trouble, bro. Like, we were always doing the craziest pranks, stunts, you name it, bro. And, the thing is, like, when you looked at us, you would think we're good kids. But no, we're naughty as fuck. And one time, let's say that we set something on fire that we should have not set on fire. So one time we were outside of my grandmother's house and we were looking around in this little space or like area which they're gonna build a home, but it was like a ground where there was nothing going on, like it was just empty.
It was like abandoned,
like an abandoned,
yeah.
So outside of my grandmother's home, there was like an abandoned space, and there was this random tire that we saw, and we're like, we just looked at each other and we're like, should we set it on fire? And
that's acting on an intrusive thought.
I remember we found
bro.
like the what's it called? You know, is it petroleum?
Yeah.
Or the thing that you set on fire. What's this? What's it called?
A lighter.
No, we had the lighter. We had the
lighter fluid or like petroleum. It's the gas. Yeah.
So we had a bit of like petroleum gas, and we had the lighter, and we're like, yo, let's go grab it quickly. We went inside the home, grabbed it, came outside, poured it all over the tire, and we're like, we're about to do this shit. We set that shit on fire. Not even like 5 minutes, the biggest smoke cloud starts coming off, and this, because when you burn a tire, it's like a bad, horrible smoke.
It's rubber.
It's rubber.
It stings. It's rubber. It's gonna
horrible.
be black smoke. Yeah.
And the whole neighborhood was filled with our smoke.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes later, we hear like sirens coming towards us. We hear sirens, and we're still hanging around that area. We're like, fuck, we fucked up. So we run inside. We rush inside the home, close the door. And then we hear like sirens, and it's two big firefighters big fire trucks. Two big fire trucks pulling up. Two big fire trucks pull up, and they're like, yo, what the fuck is going on? There's fire. Where's it? Where's the smoke coming from? And they find the tire, and they extinguish it. Still, like that smoke was laying around for hours, right?
Yeah.
And then we come out and we're like, what's going on? We act like. So they ask us like, who did you guys see set this on fire? Did you see anyone? Do you know what happened? And we just look at them like, we don't know. We're just playing inside. Like, let's not lie.
Bro got away with arson.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
And I
allegedly.
And I remember we closed the door after they left, and we were dying of laughter. But at the same time, we knew we fucked up. We knew if our parents found out, we would have been, our ass would have been whipped, bro. For real, bro. But that's one of my craziest stories. We set a big ass tire on fire, bro. And it wasn't even like one of them small tires. It was like a car, like it was one of those big tires.
Yeah, like a car tire. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, my story kind of ties into like that, like kind of like fire thing, but like I obviously didn't set it. It happened last year when I went to Tenerife. Me and my girl had gone to Tenerife for our anniversary, and I think we had gone for a meal. We went for a meal. We were out wandering around. We went to this like port, just going around. We ate good food, had dessert, and we were walking back to the hotel.
Yeah.
As we were walking back, we just saw like a couple of people like just like standing there like looking at something. We didn't know what the fuck like they were looking at. Then we started like smelling something. We're like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that smell? And then as we like peeked round, like, because there was a building blocking it. As we like peeked round, there was a massive like thick cloud of smoke, and there was like a fire. Like, I promise you, like 3 stories tall, bro. It was a mad fire. It was a mad fire. I don't know, like they were like people were like screaming to like call the not the ambulance, call the fire brigade, and they responded quick. Like 5 minutes later, there were like 5 fire trucks all there. There were police like blocking off the road. Like even police on like little scooters were like running, like not running, but like fucking speeding down, like stopping, trying to block traffic. Yeah, and then we had gone the next day to like see what the fuck it was, because we were walking and we saw the alleyway that led down to where the fire was, and we're like, oh shit, this is where the fire was like the day before. And it's like the same what you said. It was actually an abandoned building. We don't know who the fuck set it on fire.
It was me and my cousin.
It was probably bro, it was probably you and your cousin, bro.
It was my cousin, bro.
No, but bro, it was everything was black. Like, and it could have been bro, it could have been really bad, because there was a house like right next to the fire, and there was like a lot of dead branches and trees like that were leading up to the house. So if it spread anymore, that person's house would have been done out. Would have been done out. Would have been like horrible. Yeah, it would have been peak. Yeah. But no, luckily it handled just that abandoned area. But yeah, crazy fucking arson stories, bro.
It was me and my cousin. It's cool.
At least I didn't start a fire.
Allegedly. Yo, but I remember that, like, when we were lying to the fire people, like the firefighters, and we're like, yeah, we don't know who, we have no clue who inside. That moment is still, to this day, it's so funny when me and my cousin talk about it. But hey, man, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man.
Those are our crazy. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, man, relax. Yo, Chester, bro.
Come here.
He's gonna bite my piece, bro. Oh,
hey, yo. There's not much to bite. Oh.
I'm black from the waist up, so don't worry about that.
From the waist up?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You're gonna my beer over, man. Stop it.
Alright,
anyway,
cool. So
I think, next topic.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a little bit serious.
Stay away from fires and...
Don't start any fires with a tire you see in an abandoned building.
Don't start fires, man.
Don't do that shit.
Yeah, man.
Don't do that shit.
All right, cool. Anyway. We are going on to the next segment, which is opinions and rants.
We're just gonna ramble on about a couple topics we just decided to we just wanted to talk about. No, it's gonna
important topics that are interesting to you guys.
Yeah. Anyway,
we've got the next segment. We've got opinion on social media, positives and negatives. What do we think? How do you think social media has changed as we've grown up a little bit? You know, because I feel like we use social media way more different, like back in the day, than how we use it now.
Well, social media hasn't.
But yeah,
it has. If you think. It depends how you class social media. If you're talking about the social media we know now, it hasn't been around for long, because the first social media platforms were like MySpace and those kind of things, but they were more like
Facebook and shit.
Yeah, they could be classed as social media, but it was more like chatting platforms.
Yeah.
It's like messaging. It's like because people just used to message and make friends. It's like a glorified email thing. Like you instead of sending emails, you're actually directly messaging each other. You know. And you can create profiles or whatever, but I feel like social media starts for when, like, obviously when like Snapchat started, when Instagram started, when Facebook started to like blow up.
So you think the great era was like when they started when Instagram came into place, Snapchat, and like
YouTube, when YouTube was made, all of these things where it was more accessible and more people had it. I feel like that's where social media started, if I'm being honest.
So let's say that's where it started. But how do you think your use of social media has changed now that you're like 23, almost 24, compared to like back in the day, you know?
Not yet.
What do you think has changed? Because obviously now we got like jobs and shit, like we can't.
Yeah, so
be online.
it just changes. It just changes the way you use it. Like, obviously, like back when I remember the first social media account I had was Facebook, and I only created a Facebook page to play a game or to sign in to somewhere. I was using it for either my Xbox or just I don't know what the fuck I was using it for, but I didn't like actively create one, and my dad was pissed that I made one. But sometimes using like Snapchat and Instagram when I was in like year 7, year 8. I mean, the first social medias I used were on this like the old BlackBerry. I don't know if you remember the BlackBerry Curve. Those who know the BlackBerry Curve 9320, it was a goated phone back in its time. It was a goated phone back in its time. I remember having.
I never had one, but I knew it was good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
But we had things like BBM.
Do you remember Kick?
Kick was.
Do you remember Kick?
I mean, yeah,
Kick was,
but Kick back in the day is different from the Kick now.
Yeah.
It's way different. Trust me.
Yeah, man.
But there was like a purple app. That it's
Viber.
like yeah. That
Viber.
one.
We had.
I
Viber.
used that as well.
You had Skype as well.
Yeah, but all those things, I guess they kind of class as social media, but it's more like just direct messaging. But yeah, like
I don't know if it hasn't changed as much, but I don't think social media has changed. It's more us. We've grown up now, and like we use it a bit differently. You know what I mean?
Give me a sec.
Go on, need to sneeze.
I just have to lock in.
Yeah.
All right.
Just lock
So
in.
I feel like social media has changed.
You think so?
I think so, definitely.
Do you think it's?
But I think it's
platforms like TikTok and stuff like that.
That's what's changed it. That is what's changed.
Because now there's a bigger focus on short form content.
It is short form content,
and long form videos. Yeah.
Because social media is like constantly changing, and it will constantly change forever and ever and ever. As long as social media is around, it will constantly change.
Yeah.
Like back then, again, if you class that as social media, just those direct messaging apps were like just direct messaging, but that could be classed as social media. Yeah. Except the media part wasn't really in there. Unless the only media that was in there is if you sent pictures to each other. But that was it. But yeah, when Snapchat and Instagram came about, people just used it back in the day to just communicate with friends and like kind of talk with the people around you and get to know other people and post a bit about your life or like interesting things you do. But social media's changed a lot, like from what we use it now. I don't know. What do you think, bro?
Okay. I think obviously you used to have Vine back in the day. That was like the first short form. Like,
I forgot about that.
I think that's what really led to the birth of like, I think it was Musical.ly first. And
then
TikTok.
TikTok is Musical.ly,
Yeah. TikTok is Musical.ly, but I think it used to be Vine, which was those like
Vine,
short clips, like
Vine.
Damn Daniel, like all those crazy ass like memes and stuff.
All of that.
And I think that's what like really came back. And I feel like social media has trends where like there's times where people want to watch live streams, there's times where people want to watch podcasts, there's times when people want to consume short form. But I feel like short form is like the one that will always stay, and certain groups of people will stick to it, and other people will be like, no, I don't want to consume this.
Yeah, it's good that you brought up Vine. Like that was like the first short form content. That was like crazy. If you think about it, it's like the original TikTok. The only thing is that you can only upload 7-second videos to it. But that's what made it entertaining. It was short, quick, snappy. Gave you that quick like happiness, that dopamine thing, that dopamine hit. It was good. It was quick.
And I'm not gonna lie, back in the day, like it was way more funnier, the content that was uploaded. Like the things that
it was niche. It was different. It was new.
People were like posting crazy clips. It was less like filtered and stuff, because obviously nowadays everyone's more sensitive now, so it's like
there's a lot more awareness, I would say.
Yeah,
it could be classed as sensitive, but there's more awareness for the way people think and mental health and all of that.
Yeah.
1 second, my dog's crying to go in.
Let him in. Let the dog in. Who let the dog out? Who let the dog out?
No, anyway.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Fuck that, you ain't coming back yet.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, social media nowadays, there's a lot of positives and negatives about it. Like, he's part of social media.
Yeah, man. The reason why I have this pillow is social
media.
Yeah.
But I feel like the short form content has kind of like stuck since Vine. I feel like Vine set that short form content because if you think about it, Snap then came about. That is kind of short form content, except you just post to your stories. It is content in a way, but it's just more like about your life and what you're doing in that moment and all of that and memories you have. The same with Instagram. Then obviously Musical.ly came about, which was again short form content about music and dancing. Then obviously TikTok was born, and then TikTok just it was like Vine but on steroids. Like.
Also, it came out. I feel like TikTok kind of blew up at the craziest time, like right during COVID, when everyone is like so bored. And yo, kudos to them, man. Their platform became the biggest thing. Now they have they have their own shop. They sell items. Like I actually bought an item last week. I bought some like forearm strengthening shit. Like why did I order that? I don't know.
Some
man. Like you just see stuff and you're like, yo. But like I feel like it's definitely changed people's mindset. Like now everyone's grandmother and grandfather and uncle wants to be a content creator as well.
I see just random.
Which is not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
I'm actually for it because
it's a positive because it means
people are earning money, bro.
People are earning money and people everyone can be included. Anyone can do it. You know, it's inclusive of everything, of 100%. Anyone, everything.
Yeah, I feel like if you're in it for the right reasons, then kudos to you. Keep doing it. And but yeah, I think the question goes. I think what we're gonna lead it into was, do you think TikTok is like changing the young generation's mind, and do you think it's ruining society, or do you think it's like, what do you think? What do you think in terms of its place in society? Do you think it's negative, positive, overall?
I wouldn't say it's like ruining completely. The youth, but there's obviously things that can mislead the youth. That's what I think.
It's programming. There's like programming.
Yeah, there's programming. People can make up fake things, fake trends, fake stories. There was some trend on TikTok where you choke your friend out until they passed out, and then
I never seen that.
Like people, like kids were doing it, and one kid died off it. Like it's things like that where that TikTok, because of how easy it is to share content on TikTok, those trends can spread like wildfire, and then
or like the public pranks. They're becoming even crazier. Like people are
like Jack Doherty.
That
guy is a dickhead.
Yeah, bro.
A dickhead.
He was just barging into people.
He's a pussy hole. He's a pussy hole, bro. He just bumps into people on the street only because he's got security. He got G-checked once on a gas station with 2 girls. He was alone. He was panicking. He got on his whip and drove away.
Yeah, but this is why I think social media has like, you can see the extremes sometimes. I mean, we used to have, I don't know if you guys know this guy, but Boom Gang, whole lot of gang shit. He started off the craziness.
Different.
Yeah, he started, but
he was unfiltered.
But when we used to watch him, we were kids, so we didn't care about.
But we
the
found it funny.
Yeah, we found it so funny.
But now that we're like older and a bit more mature, the things he was doing back in the days and his Instagram stories back in the day were mental.
Mad.
But he's actually changed his life around. He's like devoted to God, which it means you can change, but you can change, but those things will still stick with you because people will remember him as well for that. Mainly because that's what blew him up. But that's what I was saying. It's misleading. Yeah,
there's also like things that are popping up now. You got like looks maxing and black pill. I don't know if you guys know.
What's black pill? I don't know what black pill is.
Black pill is this focus on like for the younger generation where they're like they say. So if you're black pilled, apparently it means that looks and genetics are number one, and it determines how successful you are in terms of dating, your career and everything. So the black pill belief is like everything is genetics. You can't change your life unless you know. Like
personality isn't a factor, just looks.
Yeah, like everything's determined by genetics.
That's
crazy. That's the main focus of what they believe in, and for them it's like, oh, if you're not attractive, then that means you're cooked in life. That means you can't really.
That's a really toxic thing. That's a very toxic thing.
And obviously you have, I've seen a bunch of like these looks maxing TikTokers where they promote a certain look, like you gotta have a certain jaw structure to be rated 9 out of 10 or some shit. And I'm like, yo, what are you actually promoting to the youth, man? I don't get it.
It's like, again, misleading. That's why I say I don't think it's ruining the young generation, but it's misleading them because there are a lot of wholesome people and a lot of informative and educational like things on TikTok. That's why TikTok's blown up as well, because people are able to do like charity work. They're able to promote it. There's a man that goes around to different restaurants, pays for homeless people's food and tips them. Like Keith Lee, he does food reviews and brings business to like struggling companies. These things are good. But when you have those things like what you said,
if a kid is looking at like someone like Marlon or like one of these very attractive people, and they're like, oh, I'm not attractive, so my life is horrible. And
because it's like you're planting a seed in them, and they're young, they haven't matured yet, they don't really know. It's building insecurity from young, and that's not cool, man. You gotta Like, live life as you want it, bro. Be proud of who you are.
And I feel like more kids are, and this is like a big thing that's been going on since like the 2000s. It's like our kids spending more time at home and on the devices than going out and experiencing the world,
bro. That's
Yeah.
another thing. That's why I agree. It's like, as a negative, people are more time indoors on social media, like doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Like, just keep on scrolling because they have that short dopamine hit or whatever it is.
And then 3 hours in, they're like, what did I even watch?
Yeah, like,
do you remember what videos you watched?
It's
I'm going to ask you guys a question, guys. I'm sure some of you consumed a bit of Reels or a bit of like...
Record yourself for 5 minutes just scrolling through TikTok.
And how you look, like your face and
But like, obviously, I mean, if you're trying to do it, I guess you're going to try and actively remember. But even if you don't even have to record yourself. The next time you scroll on TikTok... Yeah. After you've gotten off, try to remember most of the videos that you watch and all the videos you watch.
You're not going to remember.
You're not going to remember until you be like, oh, I saw this video because you bring it up in a topic of conversation, and then you're like, oh, I liked it. Let me show you what it was. But you don't actually remember it.
Yeah, this programming towards like how many options you have, bro, it's crazy. And I think it's going into dating as well, because people are like, oh, because of social media, someone can have like 10 options in terms of dating, and then which can be a good thing, but I think it's also can be a bit toxic, you know, where people are less honest with each other, they waste each other's time.
The dating scene
and it become way more casual than like I think it should be.
Yeah, the dating. So I mean, I'm not. Yeah. I only go off like videos I see, because obviously I'm not dating right now, obviously for fucking obvious reasons. Yeah. But yeah, like it just can be very toxic. People they just describe their worst dates. Obviously, if something bad's happened to a person, they're allowed to speak about it publicly. It's their story. But even if they just had a date where it didn't click with someone, they like painting people in a bad light.
Yeah, there was this TikTok girl I saw where a girl from the UK, from London, she was like recording her dates and saying, "Oh, I rate this date out of 10, like a 7. This guy didn't even do this. This guy." Why are you exposing real human beings in that?
I get that you're experiencing it and whatever. You're allowed to share your experiences with the world. I mean, I guess that's the whole reason why podcasts exist, because people experience they're sharing experience. But I mean,
to record the person and be like,
I mean, it's a great area, but it's
like, oh, they're just like pawns for you. It's just content for you, and it goes further than that. But obviously, we've seen it in Hollywood with like a lot of these big producers and what they do, and a lot of shit is coming out. But this scene that you see is like, it's not what it seems like, and we gotta be very aware of like what's real and what's not on social media as well.
And just think about what you're consuming, and just realize that these people that are posting about like their lives and all like the bits about them winning, or like they have money, they're stunting.
Yeah, they paint a picture.
They paint a picture, but you have to realize those people, they don't show you what happens behind the scenes. 100%. They don't show you the hustle, like the bad days. You don't see the bad days. And the ones that do, they only like, it will be like one video in every 50.
100%.
So you gotta realize like that life that you can seek it, but just keep to yourself. Do it 100%. Quietly. Move in silence. Real G's move in silence. Yeah, do it yourself.
I feel like the best memories are made off of social media, and like we use it. I think it should be a tool, like how we're using it now. We're producing something that's valuable to you guys. We're telling stories. We're telling messages that are very useful, instead of just creating content that's controversial. Like, we can probably talk about controversial topics and blow up this channel in no time.
Yeah,
but I think that is against our morals and values.
Bro, it's kind of like fake content.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing it because you just want views. You just want numbers. Like, numbers is a really big thing for you.
We're not benefiting society in any way.
Yeah, you know, we're just... The reason we wanted to start it, because we just wanted to talk. We talk a lot. Every time we meet, we have good times.
Bring a laugh and
we have good energy. We create great memories. We want to share that with people and know that you just got to be yourselves. And if people like you, they like you. And if people don't, they don't. 100%. Like, if you like this podcast, thank you for like tuning in. But if you don't, like, I'm not gonna hold anything against
this
you. Just have your preferences.
It's real. Going on to the next segment, we've got opinions on everyday life as an adult, compared to when you were like a kid. Like, how has things changed for you growing up now? What are things that you wish you would have known, you know, when you were like, before you were 18, before you had all these responsibilities?
Alright, I've got a question. Like,
yeah.
Fun. What is fun to you now compared to what was fun to you as a child? How has fun changed for you as you've gotten older?
I think fun for me is like more meaningful relationships, you know, spending time with my friends, family. going out sometimes, like doing picnics, doing more wholesome stuff.
Yeah.
I think how has it changed now? It's more like just family and friends. It's like the main focus, and obviously.
So the principle was still there, but
yeah.
I was about how did you have fun as a child? Like, what was that fun thing for you?
I think for me, it was
setting fucking tires on fire. That was his fun.
Yeah, bro, we were doing like crazy shit, playing hide and seek, playing games. I think going out, cycling, doing active stuff.
Yeah.
Playing football. That was like a lot of fun, I think. But it's changed because we do less of that when we get older. And
but that does tie into social media as well. Like, having fun as a child, Snap and Instagram and Facebook, all those things, they were like second.
Yeah.
You weren't on your phones. When I was in primary school, I didn't have a phone until I was in year 6.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to link my boys, luckily my best friend lived across the road from me. So I'd shout to my dad, I'll be like to my dad, I'm gonna go check my friend Zach is available, and we're gonna go to Three Corners. It was a little adventure playground we had in our ends called Three Corners. All my primary school friends should know about it, but it was like a little community recreational thing for like kids to like hang out after school and shit. It was really cool. They had a lot of activities there, and so we used to go chill. I just used to go there by myself sometimes even, but I'd go to like my friend's house, ring his bell. His mum would answer, and I'd be like, "Can Zach come out?" If he couldn't come out, I'd be like, "Cool," and if he could, I'd be like, "All right, cool, I'll wait there." And he would come down, and my boy, like he'd do my friends would do the same to me. Like those kind of memories are so like
they're priceless.
Yeah, they're priceless. You can't.
They're one of a kind.
They're one of a kind. No phone involved.
Yeah.
You just check the clock and made sure you are home in time.
And
like,
I think one thing that's changed is like realizing that deeper friendships and deeper relationships are way more important than these surface level relationships that you can create online with people. And I feel like this younger generation, they can never dive so deep into like their friendships because they're so distracted by what's the cool trend or what's the next thing
what's
to
cool do? What's cool to me, what's cool for other people, but man, this is not all of you,
but this is what I'm seeing.
It's very prominent, but I know that's not everyone. Like I know people value.
I want to add one thing. You can maybe add this into the previous segment, but one thing I've noticed, and I work in a school, so I see a bunch of young people. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I work with secondary school kids, and I think one thing that's changed is definitely like the social skills of young people. Like they don't know certain social boundaries, and they don't know some things in terms of like when to admit, when to say sorry or when to apologize. They don't know basic.
Or when to not just be a dickhead.
Yeah.
There's these.
No, that's fine. I feel like kids are crazy, but
I keep seeing videos of like kids, like these two kids. I started laughing because they got arrested at the end of it. Like, but they were two young kids, bro. They're probably like year 6, year 7.
Yeah, man.
They were dressed in the same exact bright blue outfit, and literally started causing a ruckus in McDonald's for no reason, just to act hard in front of people.
Oh, I think I saw that clip.
Like,
I saw it. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
man. Yeah.
I don't know if that comes down to parenting, but sometimes like you just can't stop a child from doing something, especially if they have a bad influence, no matter how good a parent you are. And there was another video of this kid who went to Asda with his friends, claiming that he had a knife and he was going to attack people and all this shit. His dad saw the video that was posted on Facebook, brought him back to the Asda and forced him to apologize and like reprimanded him in front of like all the Asda staff and all of the public. Like he's probably a good parent, and their parents are good. The kid's parents are probably good parents, but it's like he maybe have had a bad influence with that friend and decided it was cool to do that, when in realistically these people are just working, trying to earn a wage, trying to get a live. Like
when I've seen these clips of people pranking like 9-to-5 workers, I thought that, and they
just anyone in general.
They say that they're the NPCs, but these are real human beings with like real lives, and it's kind of sad.
Because you have to think there's probably other people that see if you're not creating content video filming these people and you're just going about your day, there's probably other people making content filming you saying you're an NPC. You're just living your life. Like everyone lives their own life. Just
100%.
I get that. Obviously there's some funny videos of the NPCs which do make me laugh. I'll agree, but
I would say social skills have gone out the window. The norms of what's acceptable and what's not has kind of shifted, because I feel like social media is more and more connected to real life in terms of it's more embedded, where the what's seen as normal on social media is seen as normal in real life, but in reality it's not, you know.
It's not.
And we need to hold people accountable for that.
Yeah,
man.
that's the negative influence that social media has. But
what do you think has changed? Like now that you're 23, like what's different now compared to when you were like a kid?
How tired I get.
You feel like you get tired more quickly?
I feel like I get tired way more quickly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not old. By all means, I'm not old at all. And yeah, like we're still young. We still got a lot of life in us.
Yeah.
We're in our prime right now. Like we should be in our hustle time, all of that. Like, but yeah, I feel like I just get very tired. Like I just see, like I played a football match last weekend against a team, and there were like some 15, 16-year-olds. Like these kids run like nothing, and it just makes me think back when I was 16, I was active.
Also injuries as well, bro. Like we used to wake up the next day, would be good. Now if I get injured, I'm fucked for like life, bro.
I'm so like
I'm fucked for life.
Yeah, like I started playing 11-a-side football last December when I first started, like November, December. When I got the job that I'm working at now. The first training session I had, I fucked up my ankle, so I was out for a month already. Like it done me in for a month, and I've done this. I've had a similar ankle injury before, and it's taken me like 2 weeks to recover. And then I fucked up my knee not long ago, out for another month, and it's a lot better now, but I still got a little pain. But it's like
when he walks, like
literally, I need WD-40 on my fucking knee to like fucking. But it's like, yeah, it's just. I don't know, it's like you're built out of bricks when you're younger. You can like throw yourself everywhere and just not get hurt or just recover.
Now quickly. we take punishment for like if we don't get sleep or like we get tired. I kind of feel that. I'm not gonna lie.
I do. One thing I will say is I do think that my frontal lobe. You know how your frontal lobe develops when you're 25 or 24 or some shit. Like I feel like I'm reaching that fully developed stage.
You're reaching it, yeah. You're being more grounded. You're more grounded.
I'm more grounded. Like I'm thinking a bit more straighter, a bit more clarity.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about that.
Yeah, like because when you're young, you're just thinking about having fun. You're not thinking about all these things that you have to think about when you're older. Yeah. So I feel like I'm getting to that bit.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll say that clarity on like locking in with certain goals. You realize how, what things are important to you and stuff like that. And you think more long term than short term. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of just think of both because you have to think long term when you're at this age because what you do in the short term affects your long term, and you have to think of both.
Yeah.
What you want to achieve is the long term, but what you achieve now in the short term affects what you achieve in the long term. 100%. So you have to think of both, and you do think of both. The more,
What else has changed?
Bills. Bills.
Paying bills, man.
Paying bills. You start to appreciate all the smaller things that you have in your life when you start paying bills.
I mean, I feel like, when we're growing up, when our parents do all the stuff, like working, paying the bills, doing shopping and stuff, it's like very magical to us. We just open the fridge and like food is there. Now I gotta carry the fucking shopping. Now I gotta fill up the fridge. Now I gotta clean the fridge. Now like it's getting deep, bro.
Yeah, it gets deep. We won't dive too deep because it will get a bit too depressing.
Yeah, no. But I don't think it's depressing. It's more like
the way different ways we grow up and all of that.
Reality is different now.
Yeah, reality is different. Obviously, the reason why I won't get too deep because there's obviously generational parenting and all of that. Like, I don't know if you know what that is.
Is that? What do you mean? Like, what's normal now? It's different.
No, what generational parenting? So, an example. How can I put it in? Like, your parents might have made mistakes that you don't want to make as when you have children. Like, let's say your parents didn't acknowledge your mental health, for example.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a mistake they made. You don't want to do that with your children, so you start another little jump cut. One day we'll have a better setup where we have the camera connected to a power bank or something where
it's cool. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I could probably do it now.
The beer fairy came to visit me, and now I've got.
No, the beer just spawned in, bro.
It just spawned. Every jump cut is refilling. Cool. I wish it could happen in real life.
Okay, anyway. You were talking about.
I was giving you what
you're
generational
explaining to me what
is,
generational parenting is.
So basically, if like your parents don't talk about your mental health a lot or don't acknowledge it, you're going to want to acknowledge your children's mental health, but there might be something that your children think, oh, he didn't do this when we were growing up. So then your children their children are going to change that with their children. And it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle. It doesn't mean that you're a bad parent. Don't get me wrong. It's just how life works. Like, you know, you might not do something as good, but then any generation is different. They will raise things differently. That's what generational parenting is. That's the main thing. But
I feel like that happens naturally as well, because the times are always continuously changing. Like the current times are different to what, you know, how things were 50, 60 years ago. How they were raised in a different time. And now how we are raised is going to be different compared to, you know, how we were raised is going to be different to how we're going to raise our kids. So yeah, I kind of do understand that. It's a natural process, but yeah, I do know what you mean. I think it's like getting rid of generational curses and stuff like that, which people call generational curses.
Generation, I guess that's one way to put it. It's not all negative. Obviously, there are some negative situations, but it could just be like, you know, I just do this.
You don't want to repeat. You know what's crazy? It's like we know that we don't want to repeat the same mistakes or like cause the same issues, and that's absolutely, Let's say for example, you know, your parents' grandfather used to beat your dad, and then your dad goes and beats you. Then that's like a generational thing.
That's generational parenting. You're gonna be like, I'm not gonna hit my children. But now
we're like more aware. We're like, we don't want to repeat that same thing.
Yeah, it's like trying to get rid of the negative things and try do more positive. But then there's obviously it will just, as generations happen, there's always gonna be one thing. It doesn't mean you're a bad parent or you didn't do well, but it's just something that they do differently. Just maybe the way their head works or something. You know.
Cool, man. Different. We are going on to.
I think it's an intermission time.
You think now?
I think it's intermission time.
Okay.
You know what intermission is? It's a little segment now. Benjamin and Pickle
intermission time.
We'll give Pickle Rick a little bit.
Okay, you want to explain what's gonna happen? Because I did not prepare for this. I just know.
He rocked up and I put it in the notes.
I just knew we were recording a podcast and I'm gonna have a good time.
I put it in the notes for us to do this.
Yeah.
I didn't. The alcohol fairy now just decided to do this for us, you know. I got visited by the beer fairy.
She was a fairy.
She was a fairy. I know. Anyway, Ben's gonna
losing a fairy friend.
Oh my day. That's another story for when we have James on the. When we'll have to man them one day on the podcast and we'll do it. Intermission. Another jump cut. The beer fairy got a bit angry at me and spilled a little bit of beer on me. But anyway, intermission. Now, Ben has never tried this beverage before. It's a traditional beverage from Colombia. It's called aguardiente. I love it. Personally, it's beautiful. Maybe because I'm not an alcoholic, but I just love it. It's just nice. It's really nice.
Boys, alcohol.
There's one that you can get in the UK, in London, or in the UK. You can get one in the UK. That's your basic one. But there's one that one of my girl's friends went to Colombia, and my girl told her to bring this back for me for my birthday. So this is original from Colombia. Got brought from Colombia. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab it with 2 shot glasses, and we're gonna see if Ben actually enjoys it.
I'll be right back.
I'm on that good shit and alcohol.
Oh, my days, bro.
I'll be right back.
This podcast is gonna be the end of me, man. I swear to God. Pickle Rick, bro. Why do I have to? Why do I have to talk? Why do I have to go through this, man? Now you ain't talking, bro. What the hell, man? Pickle Rick ain't talking to me. I gotta do a shot now, bro. This shit getting tough for me, man. All right, let's wait for this to come, bruh. Oh my days. He's pouring up right now as we speak. Oh my days. All right. I'm drinking this so you guys don't have to experience this, basically. But I feel like, bro, you know what's crazy? It's like you have these little dreams of like visions of like what you want to do in the future, and making a podcast was definitely one of them. And now it's happening, and that's crazy to me, man. I'm not gonna lie. All right, you got it, man. You got it, mate.
What is Ben talking about here?
Nothing.
He's trying to share about me.
No.
I'll watch it and edit.
Yeah.
All right. We've got some very nice shot glasses from Tenerife. Do you want red or green?
Green for our friend Pickle Pickle Rick
green
right
from
here.
Pickle
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, man.
And then we've got the nice red one. Now
Right, you
this.
gotta pour it up, bro. Yo, that looks dangerous off the bat, bro.
It's not that bad. It's only 24%.
You know when the text is like from 2000s, you know you cooked.
Yeah, this is Blanco
Blanco de Blanco.
del Valle Fiesta. So we're about to have a fucking party.
Wait, what percent is that?
It's 24%. Sin azúcar, so we're not gonna get diabetes. It's without sugar.
That's good, bro.
Yeah, aguardiente.
I'm
Oh,
so
it's
happy
fucking
these
open.
alcohol companies care about our health, you know.
Yeah, to have to make it without sugar.
Lower calories, bro.
No calories.
What is this, bro?
No diabetes.
Hey, man, pour it up, bro.
Good. Let's pour it up.
I'm gonna give my real reaction. We don't fake none of this shit, man. You know what I mean? She was a fairy.
Tequila is better.
Tequila's better. No.
This is rubbish. Tequila.
Oh my
No,
days,
no,
we
no,
get
no,
roasted
no,
from
we
different
get-
angles.
This is rubbish.
Oh my
we're
days.
getting roasted by my father-in-law, bruv.
This is water.
This is water.
I'm gonna
Cap.
do this. Wait.
Cap.
I'm gonna have to take my chewing gum out.
Oh my god, man.
Use your tissue, no?
Is it Gatorade?
Gatorade. He's like, is it Gatorade? That's cap. This is beautiful. The one that you can get in London is better. It's high percentage.
Oh my days.
So-
I can already smell it, bro.
Oh,
You know when it smells like
it smells like heaven.
it smells like medicine, bro.
It smells lovely.
Like licorice.
It is kind of like licorice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like sambuca, but sambuca's more of a licorice taste.
Alright. You gotta run me
But-
through. What do I have to say before I take the shot? We're gonna cheers to something, but like before.
We can do the
Oh, you wanna
classic
do that?
one, the arriba, abajo, al centro y pa dentro.
Alright,
We could do that.
Say less, say
And
less.
then
I'm
after
gonna
you
try my
can
best.
say.
If I butcher it, guys, hey, Spanish is
So
not my language.
right, so let's practice it before we do it. So
Right.
you got arriba.
Arriba,
You don't need to pronounce the B. You want to
Ar-
roll your R's.
arriba,
Arriba.
arriba,
Arriba.
Ar-
Arriba.
arriba,
Abajo.
abajo,
Al centro.
al centro
Y pa dentro.
y pa dentro.
Pa dentro.
Y pa dentro.
Yeah, like that. So
Okay.
So try it. Let's try it. Let's practice that. Ready?
Okay.
Arriba.
Arriba,
Abajo.
abajo,
Al centro.
al centro
Y pa dentro.
y pa dentro.
Yeah. Alright. Now we'll do the rotate. Alright, here we go. Alright, ready?
Alright.
Arriba.
Arriba,
Abajo.
abajo,
Al centro.
al centro
Y pa dentro.
y pa dentro.
Let's go. Ah, qué rico. Qué rico.
I've got a bit left.
Qué rico, parce. Ay. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. Bro's dying. You need some milk.
Bro, that was horrible.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I really like it. I don't know if it's a Colombian thing, but I could run through like 5 bottles of those. I love them. I love it so much.
I need a chaser, bro.
You got your Coke, no?
Nice, run out.
Oh, hell no.
when I need a Coke, disappear. That sounds crazy. We using beer as a chaser.
The beer
Save my
fairy.
life.
She was a fairy.
The thing is, these are like big shots as well. Like they're not small ones.
Yeah, they're not.
Are these like the
healthy.
normal?
They're healthy shots.
Are these
They're
like the
healthy
normal sizes? Cause
shots. Oh no, I could have brought some
this is
massive
this is big,
shots.
no?
They're right.
Are these like the
It's a
normal?
normal thing. It's a normal thing. I reckon.
That shit was strong.
That shit was great.
Horrible, bro.
Alright.
Horrible.
Now, end of the intermission.
Oh my.
Moving on to a new thing. We're gonna do this thing called unpopular UK opinions or unpopular opinions in the UK. I found a thread
Oh shit.
on Reddit.
Sometimes people's opinions needs to be kept to themselves, but on this podcast we're gonna review them.
We're gonna review some
Yeah,
people's
it's-
unpopular
It's
opinions.
gonna be good. bro.
Yeah.
Oh my. days.
Hopefully, I find some good ones. If not,
Yeah, yeah.
then we'll just move to our final segment. All right.
Woo.
All right. One unpopular opinion
Mm.
is traditional British food is great. The whole world shits on it, but it's comforting, filling, and delicious. Yes, I know. An English
Sometimes,
breakfast
yeah.
slaps.
Yeah, English
English
breakfast.
breakfast
Goated.
Goated breakfast. Jack and potato. It's good. It's nice
It's
as well.
good
It's
as well,
nice
yeah.
warm food.
Yeah.
You could say chicken tikka masala because that was actually invented in North UK, I think. But yeah,
I guess so.
it's not that unpopular. I'd say it's alright.
Depends what we're. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do sometimes like fish and chips, and I do sometimes like my English breakfast. Sometimes I do like a roast as well. But is it something?
Ooh,
that,
a
like,
roast dinner, yeah.
Yeah, bro. That is.
A roast dinner slap.
So I'm not gonna lie. That opinion is like not. I don't think it's as unpopular as the person made it sound. Like made it out to be. I don't think it's that unpopular. That opinion.
Yeah,
You know what I
bad.
It's a popular opinion. I think. Yeah.
I don't think it's that.
But yeah,
unpopular,
British
but-
food gets shared on. It's alright. It's good.
Yeah, a roast.
good.
I think a roast.
There's a
and
few good ones.
a roast
yeah.
dinner and English breakfast is probably like the high points of it. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
100%.
That's so like.
Yeah, man.
We got another one. It says that in the UK we all litter like crazy. The amount of litter is astonishing to many of us immigrants. There is a lot of littering in
think
this
so?
country. A lot of littering.
don't
I
know.
was, what do you call it? I was, well, because I'm in Wembley. I was in Wembley for the final of the Euro. When we in lockdown or some shit.
Yeah.
So we had we were walking around Wembley afterwards.
After the
and
match.
after the game. The workers or the marshals that were working to like clean up the stadium and the
my
streets
days.
afterwards, they were shoveling up litter with snow shovels.
Damn.
Snow shovels.
I didn't know it was that bad.
It was bad. It was so bad, and we didn't win. Imagine if we'd won. Mental.
Yeah.
People would have been going
So, yeah, I mean,
crazy.
I don't know
We
much
do.
about
We
that,
do.
bro.
We do litter. We
Yeah.
do litter a lot. We do.
I just worry about my litter innit. But yeah, that's cool.
This is another one. Weatherspoons has had a greater positive contribution to the country over the past 25 years than maybe any other private company.
It's goated for real, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Weatherspoons is a
Bro,
goated.
that's a
goated
spot and a
company.
half. Like it
It's
has
a
everything
goated
you
company.
need. A vibe, prices are good.
Cheap
you know.
alcohol.
The memories we haven't like Weatherspoons.
Spoons.
We can't. Yeah.
Like if you remember the first episode, we literally done a drink roulette at Weatherspoons, and it was
Yeah.
so much fun.
That's
It was so much fun. It was
yeah,
bloody disgusting, mate. I'll tell you that.
yeah.
But
yeah.
it was great.
Yeah,
it was
man.
real fun. The amount of memories
Crazy
we have in
memories.
Weatherspoons.
Yeah.
Our teenage years, when we were 18, 19, 20, like we lived. I think we should have been paying rent at the Weatherspoons. We sat there all the time.
Yeah, man. There was a whole year which, like, I think every week we went to like a spoon
Every
cafe.
week, even like twice in a week. We
Yeah,
go
man,
to
that's
the
crazy.
Barrel Vault in King's Cross. That was our go-to
Ooh,
spoons.
Cross Keys.
Cross Keys. The Cross Keys and Bank was a good one.
Yeah.
Bit pricey.
They're like
The same-
historical sites.
Yeah, it was a bit it's a bit pricey the Cross Keys one.
Yeah.
The Barrel Vault is a bit better. Still a bit pricey
We're
because it's in
complaining
King's Cross.
about
But
Weatherspoon prices, bro.
yeah, I know.
This is how bad.
But it varies. The one here near my ends.
She was a
is nice.
fairy.
She was expensive. How about that?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me see if I can find maybe one or two more. Ooh.
What is a good one?
Sunday roasts are overpriced, overcooked, and underseasoned. Pudding's menu items, on the other hand, are absolutely smashing. Bloody hell, I need an extra pancreas. I low-key disagree with this.
I don't know much about.
I think it depends where
real.
you. I think it depends where you go for a Sunday roast. I've been to some really horrible Sunday roasts before,
Mhm.
but there's also been some Sunday roasts that.
Do you think they make it? Do you think they make it like frozen? Places, certain places. Or do you
Well,
make it fresh?
maybe
Fresh.
they make some frozen things. I know you can buy like frozen roast potatoes and shit that you can cook,
Yeah.
but I know there's some places that do. a
Spoons
good
is like
fucking
frozen food,
roast.
but like I think it's not bad. You know,
Spoons
you can tell it's frozen, but like it's,
Yeah.
it's not
It
bad.
still
innit?
slaps.
Yeah, it
After a
slaps.
few bevs as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting
yeah,
those
yeah,
free,
yeah, yeah.
free for £16 small plates. I'm telling
yeah,
you, mate.
man. Bro, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
the
fucking
burgers and
chicken
stuff.
strips.
Yeah.
Chicken strips.
The
Chicken.
chicken
ah.
strips.
God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
All right, let me find one more unpopular
We
opinion.
need something a bit more like relatable, you know.
Okay.
Or
Okay,
I
fine.
saw one where a person said beans are overrated. How do you feel about that?
Baked beans.
Baked beans.
I don't really eat baked beans like that though. I only have them if I'm having them with like a jagged potato sometimes, or in my English breakfast. I will always eat them in an English
Yeah,
breakfast.
I
But
do
I've never
agree.
been that big of a
I
fan
don't
of
think they're
baked beans.
overrated, but
I don't think that. I don't think
but I
they're
don't see the
overrated.
hype. I don't see the hype with it as well.
But me personally, I wouldn't hype it up as much as it is hyped.
yeah, yeah.
But it is a British food staple though, because people love it so
I don't know,
much.
it's like-
But
It's more
Not for
like
me.
war food. In the trenches, bro. I'm joking. Jacket potatoes is like war food. Bro.
it's Russian.
Yeah, bro.
Russian food. All right. Not
About-
not every event has to involve alcohol, and lots of us need to stop being judgmental pricks. That is a good opinion.
That's a good
That's
one.
a great
I do agree.
opinion.
Like as we're getting older, I feel like
I mean,
we do need to chill out. We have chilled out.
I've literally just brought out a bottle of alcohol. And I'm tempted to have another shot.
Fact or cap? Cap.
Fact or cap? Fact or cap? We're all alcoholics. in this
Yeah,
country.
bro. Nah. You smack your fucking teeth.
Just smack my tooth on the
Don't
glass.
lose a tooth on the podcast, bro.
Nah, man.
She
fuck
was
that.
a fairy.
Not like Raphael. Do
She
you
was a
remember
tooth
Raphael in
fairy.
secondary school? He chipped his tooth in secondary school.
No.
He was like jumping on the ice and he slipped forward and banged his face on the floor and chipped his tooth.
Yeah. Oh,
Long
that's
day.
long.
All right. Now, to end what's been
Let's
a
go.
great podcast.
Goodbye. Have a great time. No, I'm joking. We're not done
Okay.
yet. We're not done
Actually,
yet.
you know what?
We're
We're
not
ending
done
it. We're ending it now. Bye.
yet. No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet, bro. What the fuck?
All right. To end it,
I
we've
traveled
got-
an hour 30, bro. Like my travel was way too long to be
Well,
ending the podcast this soon, bro.
It's not my fault. That was.
I have to
traffic.
carry Pickle Rick with me, bro. The fuck?
What are you talking about?
Look
he-
at him, bro. He's complaining.
He makes his way by himself.
How? Oh my days, bro.
It's a fairy. All right, cool. We got some like fact or cap, basically. We're gonna call it a fact or cap. We'll do this for about like 5 minutes. Learn some new facts. Be a little bit informative towards the
We
end.
are gonna shock
We
you.
might.
We
We might
it's gonna
make
shock
this.
us because I haven't heard a bunch of these.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
might make like.
It's our
we
first
might
time
make
reading
this-
these. Yeah.
we might make this a little continuous segment.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's do it. All right. Fact or cap? I don't know these as well. The website.
I want you
it's like an
guys, as you're
option,
watching
but-
this, scream in your room,
Yeah,
wherever you're watching
in your
this.
scream.
Fact or
Wake
cap?
If your
Talk
parents are
to the screen.
sleeping.
No one cares.
If
No
your
one
parents are
cares.
sleeping, wake them up and shout out the answer.
Yeah, man. No one cares.
Shout out
bro.
the answer. All right.
Yeah.
Blue eyes are newer to the human race than poverty. Then poverty?
I
What?
think-
Pottery. Not
Pottery.
poverty. It's pottery.
It's pottery.
Blue eyes are newer to the human race than pottery. Not poverty.
Damn, I don't know about that.
True or false? I
I think false.
I think true.
Yeah.
Oh, you,
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Yeah,
False.
yeah.
False. It's true. A 2008 study traced the gene for blue eyes to a person who lived 10,000 years ago. Some of the world's oldest pieces of pottery date back to 20,000 years ago.
Bomba, that's a long time ago.
Bomba Club.
It was a while back.
Bomba Club.
Yeah, that's crazy. I did not think
Yeah, man.
pottery would be that like.
Informative, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah, blue eyes. Blue eyes is one of the most like rarest genetics, I think.
Yeah.
There's like 2% of the world have it or some shit like that. Some random number,
It's
yeah.
quite rare,
All right. 50 Cent and Charlie Chaplin were alive at the same time. True or false?
False.
That has
bro.
to be cap.
False. Cap.
Charlie Chaplin's old, bro.
Cap.
It's a black and white picture I'm looking at.
Cap.
Right now.
It's cap, bro. There's no.
It's
way.
cap.
Yeah, it has to be.
It's true, bro.
What?
Charlie Chaplin died when 50 Cent was about 2.5 years old.
Oh my, that's a stretch, bro.
That
Oh
is a
my
stretch,
days.
but it's right
Yeah,
technically. It's right technically. Oh, I actually know this one. Trees existed before sharks. I know this one, so I'm not going to say anything.
Trees existed before sharks.
Yeah.
False.
You got it right, mate. Sharks have been around for time. The earliest
'Cause
shark fossil.
As far as I know, it was like sea life before.
It was water. There was water.
Yeah,
before,
it was just water.
before land.
Yeah.
Yeah. The earliest shark fossil dates back to 420 million years ago. The first trees appeared on Earth about 408 million years ago. That's a 12 million year gap. It's quite significant.
That's crazy, man.
Fucking hell.
Shout out to Adam and Eve and that. Come on. Wait. Shout out to Adam and Eve
And that.
and that.
Hello. Michigan is larger than Great Britain. The state Michigan in America.
I have a feeling that's true.
True?
I feel like it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
America is huge, bro. Like,
The area, yeah, America is huge.
It's big.
It's huge. We're a very
That's what
small
she said.
island. Hopefully I say this right. It's either cumulus or cumulus clouds weigh anywhere from 15 to 30 pounds.
15 to 30 pounds. How heavy is that in kg, bro?
Fuck knows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright,
Okay, yeah, I'll say true.
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 It's false.
Oh, damn.
They weigh more than 1 million pounds.
What the fuck? Are clouds heavy?
Yeah, they're filled with H2O, to be honest. Like, yeah. All right.
Bro, I've always wanted to sleep on a cloud. Is that weird?
It's not that weird. They look.
Am I weird, chat?
If they were like, if we didn't fall through them. it'd
Am
be
I
like,
weird?
He's weird, chat. Trust me, he's weird.
Nah, Pickle Rick has my back, bro. I ain't weird.
Cap. Right. There are 14 bones in a human foot.
Oh, I feel like that's true. Probably more, though. False, actually. There's more. There's more.
I already pressed true.
What is it?
It's false. There are
Oh.
28 bones.
Yeah,
in the
so I was
human
right.
foot. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on,
I know
come
this
on,
one as
come
well.
on.
Matches were invented before lighters.
True.
True?
Yeah, man.
It's false, mate.
What?
The first push-button lighter, the Doberiner lamp, was invented in 1824. The practical friction matches similar to what we use today were invented in 1827. 3-year gap.
No way, bro. No way, bro.
All right. Let me find...
Don't worry, me and my cousin invented like matches, all of that sort of stuff. Like we started the fires, bro. The first fire was started by me and my cousin, bro.
The first lighter was created with a tire by Ben and his cousin.
That tire was part of our experiment to create a lighter.
All right. We'll end the fact or cap with this last one. I want you to scream the answer into your monitors or wherever the fuck you're watching this on.
Scream.
More people are killed each year by cows than by sharks.
I feel like that's true. Like somewhere in India, like these cows are wilding out.
Yeah, but they're like kind of worshipped. They're worshipped.
Yeah,
well,
but
they are worshipped in India.
I feel like, I don't know. Are we talking about cows or bulls? Because bulls are like aggressive.
Cows. It says cows.
Okay,
So
I feel
we'll
like
go by
it's
cows.
true because I don't know. I feel like it's true.
Sure, right. True.
Because there are more cows than
Yeah.
shark attacks, I think.
It's true.
More cow attacks than sharks.
Sharks kill about 5 people annually, while
That's
cows
crazy.
kill about 22.
Damn.
Damn, that's a good place to end it, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
To wrap it up, I think last time we asked.
we asked a question.
We will read because we haven't posted our episode yet. So
We haven't
next
posted it
episode
yet.
we're gonna read the answers that you guys gave to the question we asked last episode.
Yeah.
The question for this episode is
let me think of one.
what is something that you do in secret?
No. We can't. Let's
You
not.
can't ask that.
We won't expose everyone because
Yeah.
I know everyone has their secrets. I feel
No,
like
but we're not gonna expose. Oh, it's gonna be in the comment section. Unless they send it. Okay, they can send it privately. I think.
we can do Would You Rather, I think, because we want to talk about it as well. So we don't want
All
to
right.
talk about people's
Yeah. Let's do Would You Rather.
Would
So
you- alright.
we want you guys to give us some Would You Rathers.
Would you rather give up social media?
Bro, I just asked them. They're gonna give us some questions. Am I bugging again?
I think you're bugging again. We're
Alright,
asking a question
Alright,
at the
let's
end.
go back. Let's go back.
Let's rewind it because you've done this last.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see it when we upload the first episode. You've done this exact same thing.
To wrap up the
Yeah.
episode, we've got a question for you guys.
I think it's a Would You Rather.
yeah.
I have a Would You Rather. I think the question will be, would you rather give up social media and only listen to music for the rest of your life, or give up music, like never listen to music again, but you still have access to social media? That's a tough one.
That's a good one.
That's
I
a tough
like
one.
that
That's a tough one for
It's
me.
unique. I ain't heard one like that. It's good.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
one.
that's tough one. That's tough for me as well.
Yeah.
So
Well, you'll hear our answers in the next episode. We'll talk about it in the beginning.
I'm excited to see what you guys say.
Well, not in the next episode. When we
Yeah.
get to reading the comments in the
Yeah.
episode we record.
And
So,
this
yeah.
has been the Laidback
And loud.
podcast.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
This is the end of this beautiful episode.
Take
we'll
care,
see you
man.
guys in the next one. Mwah.
Mashallah.
She was a fairy. Yeah. She was a fairy. Alright, let's go.